Hi guys! So welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be answering your questions here, okay? And we're going to be doing Facebook at the same time. So I'm just logging into Facebook Live here quickly. Give me a moment. If you're here, I'd like you to put your questions in the side. So think through your questions because I do want those to be one each. If you're here, oops. Whoops, tech glitches, Mercury retrograde, huh? Here we go. Okay. All right. You know, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do the Facebook one from my laptop. So I'm going to get out my handy cell phone here and we're going to do it that way. So, you know, Mercury retrograde, sorry. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Facebook. Hope you can see me too. Okay, so Facebook and YouTube. Hi. So I've got Jen here to toggle between both Facebook and YouTube to take your questions. It's one question each because there's a lot of you that'll be joining. And I apologize, Facebook, for the ugly background here. Didn't go to plan, but Mercury retrograde. So let's get started. Amy was first here. So with Amy's question, what do you need to know about this new guy? He's a detail-oriented person and very romantic. Oh, he's one that gives like shows of love. They say like sometimes he can feel a little bit hopeless though, and that's the only thing that you need to worry about. So good. Looks like a good match. Okay. Next question. What do we have, Jen?
I'm trying to think here what's the best one to do first. So says, let's see. So from Tiffany,
we
have a question about Gemini. I'm a Libra. My life partner. Oh wait, hold on here, Tiffany. My question is about a Gemini. I just met a Libra.
Your question's about a Gemini, but you just met a Libra. Like, who's better? So Gemini versus Libra. The Libra for sure. The Gemini, that's not going to work out. Doesn't look like it's for your highest good. The Libra, very sexy, very exciting, and also a little bit generous. So, hey.
And then our next question is from Erica. Is when is my life partner coming towards me?
When's your life partner coming towards you? I'm sorry, what was her name?
Her name is Erica.
Erica. They say very, very quickly. Like it's one of those things like boom overnight. So congrats.
Okay, and next is Amy. So excited. Jen should have my question from last night.
Oh, yep. So Amy, we already did yours. Yep. I have Liana here on the Facebook live stream, so I'm going to do that one quick. And they're saying, keep doing what you're doing. Everything you're doing is right. And save your money if you can.
And then let's see here.
And Maria, go ahead and ask a question. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were waiting for someone on the Facebook one.
No,
okay. I'm trying to think of. Then we have Katya. I just need to know something about my love life, please.
So Katya, they're saying the next thing you need to take slow, even though you'll have all the information in front of you. Right now, in regards to your love life, you've got to kind of take a rest. And the reason being is because the decisions that maybe you've made in the past or maybe that you would want to make haven't always been thought through well enough in regards to love, which isn't always a bad thing to be spontaneous, right? But they're saying the thing is that you can't control other people. And that might be some sort of a belief system that you may have had in the past that we no longer want to continue.
Okay. And then we have, let's see.
And Maria, they're saying the status of your marriage is through communication. You can heal a lot of wounds, even though the actual circumstances aren't likely to change. Communicating with other people is going to, or even with your spouse, is going to cause a tremendous amount of healing.
Okay, and then we have Jamie.
And Jamie.
When will I meet someone that is not a player?
When will you meet someone who's not a player? Okay. So the thing is that they're saying the challenge is to get out there and start looking for someone like that, because there's some sort of subconscious energy that you have, which is a little bit of like non-attachment. Okay. So maybe you're afraid to open your heart up entirely, like 100%, because you're afraid of being hurt. And so therefore you're attracting people who also don't open their heart up 100%. And it's not like these people are necessarily liars 100% of the time. They're just not emotionally available. So I would look and see, like, how am I maybe not emotionally available, and work through those issues in order to be able to attract that in.
Okay, and then we have Christy. Will I find love this year?
Will Christy find love this year? Okay, so they say anything is possible. You absolutely could. But the trick to doing this is to understand that even though the circumstances haven't always been in your favor, even though, oh, I don't know if you see that little angel orb right there. So this is really important for you. Spirit is telling you, and I have goosebumps too. So this is a really, really important thing. Even though circumstances outside of your control maybe make you not feel super confident or super attractive or anything like that, this is something that is possible for you should you be able to do like a little bit more self-love, like to remember your own value and worth. Then other people will see that in you.
And Amy says, awesome, thank you. And Whispering Spirits, what do I need to know about the relationship with Patrick?
The relationship with Patrick for Whispering Spirits says that shifting your perspective to see the things that are actually good in the relationship and stable are really important. They say like whatever learning cycle you're going through with Patrick, that's not completely over yet. They're saying like things haven't always been fair. Maybe you guys have been broken up, or like you're going through a rough patch. But what they're saying is that like, even though that's not like exciting stuff to hear, I think whether that relationship continues or whether, you know, like you get back together, you break up, it's just a part of your process, like a part of your destiny. Like there's lessons to come from that.
And then Maya says there's no sound, question mark. So it might just be your side of it that doesn't have sound.
So there's no sound on the YouTube feed, right? Can anyone else hear me? I hope so. It looks like you should be able to from my end, but it is Mercury retrograde, so who knows? Yeah. So while we wait for an answer on that,
we'll keep going with the questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a couple Facebook questions over here quick. Ron, what's happening with your job? Well, it says like maybe this isn't the job that you're going to stay in forever, and it's okay to start looking, but get really detailed about the things that you would want in your next position. They're saying right now though to stay in it, if that makes sense. And Albert, I don't know where my new business is headed yet. Are you on the right path, and what should you do? Okay. So they're saying you have all the information that you could possibly need regarding that. Celebrate your minor successes as they come, but like intuitively, this might not be like the exact right business for you. Like it's not your predestined career path. And Rebecca, how will your new business do that you're starting? Okay, so everybody on Facebook can hear me, so that's good. So how will your new business do that you're starting? They're like, this is going to be absolutely wonderful. It'll bring you, you're going to love it. There's like all of these blessings just coming right for you. So congrats. Okay.
And then Manisha,
can you scroll down to the bottom on the YouTube one and see if people can hear me or not?
YouTube.
Are there any comments that they can hear me?
No. But now she says it's so true. So she must have heard.
Okay, so you must be hearing me. Fantastic.
Okay. So let's scroll back up here. So we're at Manisha asks, will my marriage grow?
Manisha, will your marriage grow? They say, well, you're not going anywhere. So, I mean, there's that. But they say like some tough conversations have to be had. Like you have to be more assertive within that, because otherwise it's going to feel like something you don't want to hold on to, but you don't necessarily want to leave. So what can you do to manipulate or change that? And they say, don't worry about what other people have to tell you surrounding that. You need to go with your own gut instincts and do what makes you happy, even though you're not happy 100% of the time. Like, not everything within a marriage is going to be sunshine and roses, right? But it's going to be more sunshine and roses if you don't let other people's thoughts or opinions, you know, when they're chatting at you at either side, really affect that.
Okay. And then did you want to do one Facebook one quick?
Yeah, I'll do, let's see here. I think I had one from Aaliyah.
Yep.
Aaliyah, I can't see your question all of a sudden. I don't know where it went. Let me see. Oh, can you send that one more time? Oh, Rebecca, I will answer that one a different day because we're only doing one question each. I don't know if you missed that or not, since there's so many people on the Facebook and the YouTube both. So you just do that one and I'll do the Facebook ones.
Okay. Do you want me to do one of these while you do
Sure.
that one? Okay. Okay, so the next one is, I'm single and a Leo. Can anyone come into my life romantically?
Okay, and who is that?
That is Luvi Moonstone.
Okay, Luvi Moonstone. So it does look like someone's coming into your life romantically, but the thing is that something about that situation might not feel entirely fair to you in regards to circumstances surrounding, you know, work or home. So the problem is, I think, like, maybe someone's going to approach you and it could be like a workplace romance or something like that, which will make you a little bit hesitant and not feel so confident about the situation, but they're definitely coming. So it'll be something you'll have to work through and decide if it's ultimately for you or not. What they're saying is that that's going to be a challenge for you to talk about and to really think through. But if you go with it, they're like, actually, we can't even tell you anything about it because you're going to have a really hard time deciding if it's right for you or not. So Spirit's being a little closed-lipped. So somebody's coming, but for whatever reason, it might not seem like a good idea, and it's not predetermined whether or not you'll stay together or whether you'll even embark on that or not. Okay, so Aaliyah, are you getting the job? You know, they say that it's like the decision's already made, and if you do get the job, it's not for your highest good. It looks to me like it's possible you won't, but here, let me see. Will you get the job? It looks like a no to me. And if you do, I would say it's not a job that you want to take anyway, but it looks like a no. I'm sorry, honey bun.
Okay. And then Betty asks, it's been over 4 years. Will a new partner be coming into my life?
So Betty, will a new partner be coming into your life? It looks like it, so long as you're not attached to anyone from the past. They're like, what you want, it's coming for you, and you're going to be very, very happy. It's everything that you've asked for, that you've been trying to manifest.
Okay. And then,
so for Ricky, are you on the right path now? Because things seem to feel like they're falling into place and that you can move on. It's not exactly what you wanted, but okay, blah, blah, blah. They're saying, yeah, because you're asserting what you need, if not to other people, to the universe. So they're like, okay, you're making good investments in yourself, and it's going to take time for things to grow and change and be like super, super comfortable, but you're taking the right steps. You've taken some actions, and with that hopeful and optimistic attitude, absolutely, you are on the right path. You're doing the right thing.
okay. And then Heather asks, hi, what do you see for me regarding a career and finance? Just found out my role at the company is ending in 2 weeks. Good opportunity for a new path.
Okay, so in regards to finance, are you sure that's what you want? Are you sure that's what you feel really confident about? Because you might want to do something more aligned with what you've already been doing. They say, think about what you really, really love, what would really, really make you happy in regards to career, where you'd really, really feel confident. Is it finance? They want you to think about that. So if you do go into that career path, they say there are going to be challenges here that you're going to wonder, are they worth it or not? And ultimately, I think if you can feel really confident about that, it'll be a good thing for you. But, you know, if you don't, then you want to really further explore other options.
Okay, and then we have Christopher. He says, hi, will my finances improve? Job is okay, but wondering if budget gets better. Money is tight.
Oh my gosh, so much yes, Christopher. So they're like, absolutely anything is possible. You're probably using the law of attraction, whether you know it or not, to draw in all of these finances. They're like, happily ever after is coming for you. You know what you're doing. You're smart. You have a good head on your shoulders. Like, you're passionate. Yes, absolutely. Money is going to come for you. Fantastic. Great.
Any more on Facebook?
Nope.
Okay. Then we have Kay here. She says, hi. I'm wondering where will my relationship with my son grow?
Okay, so Kay, your relationship with your son. So right now, it's like you don't have a lot of choice about how he feels or how things go, but I do see it growing. But here's the deal. It's like your son needs to make sure that he's focusing on the positives of things. Like he does love you and all this stuff, and he does want to have like a good relationship with you. But the issue here is like you've got to communicate very clearly and effectively. And they're like, try not to worry about things. Everything's going to work out for your highest good. But any worry or fear or doubt that you have only attracts negative into that relationship.
And then we have Melissa. Is my soulmate going to come towards me?
So Melissa, is her soulmate coming towards her? Okay. So let's see. They probably are, but I think before they come through, somebody else might come through. It looks like if you're currently in a relationship or, maybe you're not, but I didn't look at it that way. But what I see is coming next, or what you're currently drawing in, is somebody sort of selfish, somebody very focused though, but they're also kind of a liar, and it's probably someone from your past. So it's a Mercury retrograde. This could be about an ex, somebody just that you're thinking about, and so you're accidentally drawing them in. But they're like, they weren't very giving, and it's somebody you broke up with before. That's what you're drawing in right now. Is that person your soulmate? Let's find out. Is that person your soulmate? No. So say goodbye to that person, whoever it is. But let's see. They're saying like if you can let go of that and really be hopeful and optimistic about the soulmate and try to pull them in instead, like focus on that. And it's hard to do because they don't have a face, right? Like they're just somebody out there that you're not familiar with yet. But if you can focus on that and just kind of trust the universe that they're bringing them to you, then they will come through. But right now you're kind of attracting in, or they're pulling you in, an ex.
Okay. And Jas, can you tell me if I'm in the right job?
So for Jas, are you in the right job? No. Nope. They're like, things aren't fair and there's not that much you can do about it. And if you feel a little bit negative about your job, that's why, because it's not the right thing for you.
Okay. And then we have Joan here. She's asking, can you tell her a little bit about her love life?
Joan, what do you need to know about your love life? They're saying you might feel like things are a little bit hopeless right now. You don't have the confidence. If you're currently in a relationship, that it's time maybe to move on. If you're not in a relationship, that you need to attract, more calm, stable relationships than you have in the past. But it looks to me like you probably are, just based on that quick read. They're saying like, yeah, it just doesn't feel very good, right? And that it's like slow and challenging to get what you want. However, they're like, basically that's what they're saying. Like it's going to be a long time until things change. So what can you do in order to fix that? And they're like, walk away. I don't think whatever kind of a relationship that would be that you're in, or that you're still holding on to from the past, you got to move on.
Okay. And then Cindy, she's wondering, what part of my life should I be focusing on right now?
Where should Cindy focus in her life? Hard work. And you don't need to tell other people what you're doing either. Okay. So hard work without communicating, your efforts and stuff to other people. It's saying like it might be easy to kind of quit right before you achieve. So keep that in mind. Okay. Working really, really hard at your goals. For Dawn, should your daughter move to North Carolina? Yeah, fantastic. She'll have a better grip on things, like her work-life balance, her finances, everything will be better. Not only will she get all the different things that she wants, but like bigger blessings than she even imagined. Very, very stable and happy environment for her.
Okay. And then we have Sandy. She's asking, is my new job coming soon?
Is Sandy's new job coming
Sandy
soon?
NY.
Well, no, it's going to take some time. It is coming. However, it's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a while, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay. I have Nawahi. I think that's maybe how you say
How
her
do
name.
we say the name?
Nawahi.
Nawahi. Okay.
What do you see in the near future?
What do I see in the near future? Moving on from something you really cared about, but in search of something better. So that's great news. They're saying like you're starting to think about it already. Like what else is out there for me? And that's a really good sign. What they're saying is that like the faster that you can get like enthusiasm and excitement about this, the faster big blessings come in for you. Hold on a second, guys. I got to grab a charger for my phone because I wasn't intending to do the Facebook Live from my phone. I was planning to do it for my laptop and it didn't work out. One second. Okay, I'm back. Mercury retrograde, right, guys? Okay. Here we go. Can you still see me? I'm going to do it sideways now. Sorry about it. Just the way things go. Okay, so sideways. Can you see me okay? Hope so. All right. So, lovey bugs, what's the next question here? Cassandra, you're wondering if you and Alex will end up in a relationship. They say it hasn't been predetermined as of yet. The thing is here that as far as, okay, so it's not been predetermined as of yet. The thing is that for Alex, he's like, you know, I feel like relationships and stuff, or like even maybe walking away from one is going to be kind of dramatic, but he does like that you give to him. You're generous with your time, your energy, your love, or whatever. They're saying he just wants to be single though, and thinking about being in a relationship, even though parts of him want to be coupled, makes him feel a little bit crazy. So, you know, if you're open to the kind of relationship where you're just having a good time and that's it, you know, like a sexual kind of whenever it's available kind of deal. I mean, you could have that type of relationship with him, but it doesn't look like right now he's wanting more than that. I'm sorry, that sucks.
Okay. Then we have Faye. She says, what changes will be happening for me when Uranus comes into the sign Taurus this year?
Okay, so when Uranus comes into Taurus for Lorraine, they're saying
for Faye.
Or for Faye, I'm sorry. You might feel like you're a little bit like kind of stuck in an addictive or icky situation and not be feeling 100% your best, but like you also have no choice, right? But I want to tell you something. Like, so with this card, you can see that they're like, oh, there's no choice. There's nothing I can do. But coupled with the devil card, it feels that way. And it definitely seems like the reality. But you see how they have those chains around their neck? They're actually big enough to slide off their head. So you might not see the way out, but it'll be there. Okay. So there might be some negativity, negative people or something like that. So it's going to feel hopeless. But if you do take the initiative and the action, you can definitely walk into new exciting things. So it's going to just kind of depend upon your free will.
Okay. And then we have Jocelyn. She is wondering, what does the medical cannabis industry look for me?
Okay, so for Jocelyn, the weed business, they're saying like you have good ideas about it, but is your heart really in it? Like, really? Is it really in it? What they're saying is you definitely are organized and stuff enough to make money with that. But like, is it really what you want to do? That's what Spirit's wondering.
Okay. We have, you want me to do
it?
Okay. We have Azalea. She's wondering if her brother has court tomorrow and he was set up by someone. Do you see him getting time in jail behind? He's a Capricorn and he is 30 years old.
It does look like he'll probably end up being charged, or I guess he was already charged, but it does kind of look like that. It's like he can't really face the challenges, and it's not easy for him. He can't defend himself, basically, is what I get. So, I mean, if you have time to quick run and grab a really awesome defense attorney, that would be fantastic, because whatever he's got set up with, like if he has a public defender or something, not going to do the job for him. So that sucks.
Okay.
For Lori Bateman, New job. Let's see. They're like, what was wrong with the old one? um, that's kind of funny. They're like, we're just kidding though. Okay, so what else do they want to say about that? They're like, would you be excited about it? Because like there's some drama going on where maybe you need to walk away from something. This is very strange energy because I'm getting like very even pros and cons for you. I think what they're wondering is like, is this where you want to spend your time? Like, I think you could get a new job, but would you love it? I think that's their question. Like it might be the wrong one for you.
Okay. We have Gia. Is it okay? I have a question about my career change and whether or not I should stay in my current job but in a different position. Gia.
Okay, so for Gia, should you stay in your current role or
a different
position in the same company? Okay, so in your current role, they're like, there's things about it you probably don't love, but you kind of already know the job, right? The thing is, though, is it's probably not the right thing for you. Now, the other position that would be available there, they're saying like it's not going to be the kind of position that you're going to stay in forever, and you probably already know that. But like you could be okay there, but neither one really looks that wonderful, to be honest. So I want to see what Spirit wants to tell you about a job in general. And they're saying like this specific company isn't the place for you. They don't want you to be there. This is not the right company. So I would look outside of the current company that you're in.
Okay, then we have Christina. She says, "Hello. Who is coming into my love life?
Who's coming into Christina's love life? It doesn't look like anyone right now. Okay, so they're saying like right now, no one's coming in because there's something that you haven't let go of from the past. Something that makes you sad, like if you think about it. And even though there might not be any drama with that person anymore, it's inhibiting you from drawing in the right person. And then other people, therefore, like you might come off as a bitch even though you're not. So how do you change that energy? And they're like, well, the thing is like until you're okay with being single and like forgiving the past or like letting go of exes and stuff like that, somebody new is not going to come in. So that sucks. I'm sorry, honey bun. They're like, when you're radiating this really loving and happy energy and you're like single on your own and that's okay and you feel good about it, that's when someone's going to come through for you. Oh,
I don't know if it's our second one, but Maya is.
They're like, then you'll get what you want.
So Maya is wondering, which one is my true love, Aries or Virgo?
Okay, so Maya, is Aries your true love or is Virgo your? I don't know that either one is, to be honest. They're saying, okay, so the Aries, they're like, you already know everything about the Aries here that you need to know. As far as the Virgo goes, there's a lot of things you like about them, but they're ultimately not going to make you happy. So is either your true love? They're like, no, it's not. Like your true love is somebody you haven't met yet. Okay, Taylor, the job you have right now, is that your career? Nope. I think you're supposed to be on a different trajectory at some point. What they're saying is this isn't where you're supposed to be forever. It's not like your life path. That will come to an end at some point, and you'll be a little bit sad about it. However, like you'll realize over time, like after you think about it, after you rest and sleep on it or whatever, that if you thought it was, you were maybe lying to yourself a little bit, which is maybe why you asked the question.
Okay, Sophia. Hi, I'm a Virgo. I would like to know if Akini is faithful to me.
I'm sorry, what was her name?
Her name is Sophia.
Sophia.
And
is
she's a Virgo.
That person faithful to you?
Is Akini faithful to me?
It looks like, yeah. Let me just double check that, but I think so. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't think that they're necessarily unfaithful. But I do think there's some things that are unfair in the relationship, and that there would be like a reason maybe why you're feeling hurt or you're feeling suspicious or whatever. Why maybe you're not so sure that this is the right relationship for you. Like there's things about this person that seem probably good, But, you know, I can't say, here's the deal, is the way that this came out with the pendulum and the cards in tandem, they might be faithful now, but I don't know that they will forever. So, but they say, you know what, either way, that would be a brilliant stroke of luck because you'll end up in a fortunate circumstance later as a result of that. Like you're going to learn something from it and your luck will change and you'll feel really confident about whatever it is that you do next. Although like right now in this current relationship, you maybe feel like it's hopeless or like it's not going to go anywhere or kind of weak and sad in that.
Okay, and then we have breakup. Will my ex come home or should I move on? He's a Cancer and I'm a Virgo.
Okay, so the ex. So right now, it seems like they're really hurt, okay? But they are still really attached to you. They're focused on, you know, what they want in a relationship with you, and you both do want the same things, but you're going to argue a lot about how to achieve it. So I do think that they want to have a successful relationship with you, but they're just not ready to come back yet. So it looks like they probably might, but it's not set in stone as of now.
Okay. Then we have Diana. She's asking, will I find a job soon?
When will Diana find a job? Oh boy. Okay. So here's the thing. Now, you can shift this energy, but they say like within the next 2 years. So does that mean it'll be 2 years from now? Could be. Could it happen sooner? It definitely could. But they say that whatever kind of energy you're putting into finding a job, either you're not putting in enough or like you're not putting it into the right places. Like you're not looking in the right places, which is why you're probably feeling down. They say like from a spiritual standpoint, you're not necessarily like in the best alignment to find the right job right now. And they want you to kind of go within and figure out like what kind of abundance blocks and stuff you might have. So if I were you, I would look at a video called Releasing Abundance Blockages or something like that by Christy Marie Sheldon. And if I remember, I'll put that in the description box below of the YouTube video or in the comments or something so that you could find that because that'll be helpful for a lot of people.
And then Diana had a second question, but I wrote that down so you can answer it.
Yeah, so anybody with second questions, we'll just have to do those on a different live stream. You'll have to get like your own reading because we're only doing one between everybody. Because since we're only doing it for an hour, it'll be hard to get through everybody's questions otherwise. So Sabrina, will you ever be married? Absolutely you will. And they're like, you just got to look outside of where you're currently looking for the right partner. They're like a little bit distant as of now. And for Brenda, are you partnered with the right person? Oh boy. Honestly, I don't necessarily think so. What I have here is like, it's kind of going between like yes and then no. Like you're on board and then you're off board a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but there's another little angel orb right there. So they're like, sometimes you feel confident, but then like maybe like, oh, do I really want to apply more effort into this relationship? Sometimes it feels successful, like when you're on the same page. But again, like that other person, it's like you have the same end goals in mind, you have the same desires, but a lot of bickering and arguing about how to achieve them. So if you could both focus on the same result, I think your relationship could get better and then you'd feel wonderful about that. But what they're saying is like sometimes there's this energy of like focusing more on what's wrong with the relationship as opposed to what's right with it. And if that changes, like it still might not be for your highest good and you might end up kind of feeling like you want to be single. But let's see what they're kind of thinking about you. Okay, so they're definitely physically attracted to you, but not super open to like giving and receiving love. And then they also probably think that you're not super open to that. So like if they offer you a back rub, for example, and you're like, no, I don't want that because you're just trying to have sex with me, maybe that's their way of showing you love. And then you just rejected them, which just causes further issues in the relationship. And so they're a little bit concerned that no matter what they do, it's not going to work. So anyway, they're concerned that like you're going to stay in a relationship that you're unhappy in. Like they think you're unhappy with them. So I don't know if that kind of answered your question.
That's Stacy Monson.
Where should I focus my energy to improve myself? I'm kind of feeling stuck, for Sarah. So they say that there's all this stuff here about taking action, but it doesn't necessarily say where. It's definitely not in regards to work, but it's in regards to like creative endeavors. Okay. So they're saying like, you might not feel successful, and that's kind of the hindrance here. You have all this wands card, like all of this enthusiasm or excitement, like new ideas that are creative, but you just don't feel super confident about doing it. Like you think you're not going to be successful, and that's where you actually need to apply your energy, because you would be.
Did you do Stacey Munson, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought maybe that was the person that you did earlier. She is wondering, the relationship I am in now, is it going to work out?
For Stacy, will your relationship work out? Okay. Let's see. So right now, you're right to be sort of confused about what's going on here. Okay. And I think it's okay to talk to your partner about that confusion. In the longer term, it looks like things are maybe going to go slower than you would want. Okay. So that would maybe be a reason why it wouldn't work. Like, for example, if you're like, okay, well, I want to be married and have children in 5 years from now, they might not want that kind of a thing. But from where they're coming from, like they feel like their relationship, like they're going to be doing everything for the highest good. They're going to try not to hurt you. They don't want things to change. And I think they're very honest about that, which is probably why there might be that sort of delay. Their intention is to show you love, but then like they also don't want to feel crazy by being nagged or anything like that. Not to say you're a nag, I don't necessarily get that energy, but they're just like avoiding thinking about things that are going to irritate them in regards to speed. So
okay. Then we have Daydreamer. Hi, is my boyfriend cheating on me? I'm a Leo and he is a Libra. He is my twin flame.
Is your boyfriend cheating on you? They say, okay, so this is annoying because they're not giving a specific yes or no. They say probably, but let's look at that a little bit more carefully. So what's going on here? Okay, so this relationship looks like drama no matter what. Their thoughts are like, I don't really want to put the work into a relationship. And like, even though sometimes they're kind of focused in on the relationship, they're like, on the one hand, it's sort of probably going to be hopeless because I am sort of a liar, like I am deceptive. But they do actually at the same time really want like a long-term, stable, secure relationship. So they're kind of a hard one. I understand why you'd be concerned about it or worried. So basically, they want to heal the relationship with you. Like they want you to feel okay with it, but they're always going to defend themselves. So if you confront them with evidence of something, they're going to be like, no, no, no. It's like that Shaggy song. It wasn't me, right? I saw you banging on the stove. It wasn't me. That's this guy. So ultimately, they're like, just focus on work instead.
Okay. And then Samantha asks, should I take a chance with the new aquarium guy?
Should you take a chance with the Aquarius?
Aquarian guy.
Yeah, okay. So it looks like, I'm sorry, that was who? Stacy?
Samantha.
Sorry, Samantha. Absolutely you should. But you're probably going to have to be the one that pursues them. They say right now something's fucked up with the circumstances, like outside of everybody's control. And so it might not take overnight, but this person could very well be your soulmate. Absolutely you should.
Okay. And then let's see here. Kay is wondering how she could get a private reading kind of thing with you.
Private readings are just at tarotbleeaccurate.com. So I think if you look in the description box below of any video that I have, there's a link there, or you can Google it. But for somebody who just tuned in that didn't have time to ask a question, they're like, life isn't fair. So if that's you, now you know. Sorry.
Okay. And then Shaquita is saying, do you see me and my boyfriend moving in together when my lease is up? Shaquita.
I think so, but then maybe not in the circumstance that you want. For Shaquita, you said it was?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So they're like, you'll be happy, but there will be some challenges there. Like, as far as the actual home goes, like it might not be what you want, but you won't be disappointed because at least you'll be talking about it and making decisions. they're like, you're not crazy to be like a little bit disappointed, like this isn't the house of my dreams or whatever. But they're like, it really isn't that deep. You're getting what you want. Hi, cousin Stace. Ask me a question if you have one.
Okay. And while she thinks of a question, we'll do Melissa. Melissa is asking, hi, can you please tell me if my soulmate's name is Silk?
Is Melissa's soulmate's name Silk?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. And Faye says thanks.
You're welcome, Faye.
And Juliet says, hey, how are you? I was wondering if my Leo and I are going to work out long term. I'm a Virgo. That is Juliet.
I don't think so. I'm sorry, Juliet. I don't think that you and your Leo are going to work out for the long term. They're saying, because I asked in the short term, what's up? They're like, you might have a conversation that ends the relationship. In the longer term, not successful. You wanted different things. I'm sorry. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you, Jen, that Tracy says your assistant is very capable. Heart, heart.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, thanks.
I
Can you guys hear her when? Because maybe I don't need to repeat the questions. I like shout.
And it doesn't help. I'm kind of sick, so probably can't even hear myself. Okay, so we have Laura. Hello, beautiful. Is there anything I should know about my life? Laura.
Laura. They're like, don't work so hard, Laura. Like you're pushing yourself too hard. And spirit is telling you that, and you probably know that intuitively. They're like, it's fucked up. Stop it. Knock it off. New projects? No. You're doing too much. Okay. Stacy, of course you do want a question. Then ask one, silly. Will financial issues get better? Okay, let's see. They're like, unfortunately, it's outside of your control because of something that you're stuck to, that you're attached to. So this could be like an addiction. This could be just like a negative person or a negative mindset. But they're like, actually, things are pretty stable and okay, though, if you think about it. So, I mean, I guess basically what they're saying in a roundabout and kind of shitty way is things could be worse and they're not. So sorry, that sucks. But it doesn't look like soon they will. They say not in the next 7 days, and unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it, which is kind of a weird thing. Like, well, when will they get better? They say not this week. So they say the same thing twice. Not in the next 7 days, not this week. Okay.
Okay. We have SCM soulmates. What is the soul lesson I should be learning at this time?
For SCM soulmates, what the soul lesson you should be learning at this time? They're like, okay, things are about, luck is about to change in your favor, and you're about to like be in really fortunate circumstances. But you've got to remember that other people that you're dealing with, try to like choose your battles, pick your battles, because otherwise you're going to end up hurt and not be able to take full advantage of this awesome like luck that's coming through. And it's probably astrological, like shit just lines up in your chart. But basically they're saying like it won't be in regards to work if you are not choosing your battles wisely with other people.
Okay, then we have Reet. They were asking, am I on the right path for business? I'm trying to grow right now. Reet.
They say absolutely do not change anything. Like you are on a good path to receive like a lot of financial abundance and security. But they say like once that happens though, you're going to feel a little bit confused. Like, what do I do next? And they're like, just don't change anything. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So for D Snow, what's your question specifically? Oh, hi, welcome. She's new to the page. So ask a specific question and I'll answer it for you.
Okay. And while she comes up with that question, we have Pamela. She is wondering what messages do you have for her concerning her love life and money?
So Pamela, for your love life, new love is absolutely coming for you. It could come within a month. As far as money goes, they want you to think about new ideas and stuff like that. They're like, what's really the most important thing to you as far as like how you're spending your money, what you're doing with your money, your job, that kind of a thing. They're like, there's a little bit of confusion there. So they want you to think it through and get really clear. And then you'll know what to do with that. So Christina, hi. Oh, I love Canada. Canadians are the best people, aren't they? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Daydreamer, they were saying, I feel my boyfriend is keeping secrets from me and he has changed a lot Is my boyfriend cheating on me or having romantic feelings with someone else?
Okay, is he keeping secrets from you? Yes, he is. Is he cheating? Probably not. It looks like a no. But you know, everybody, you asked about romantic feelings towards someone else. Let's see what's going on with that. I'm going to look at this two different ways. Okay, so here's the deal. He's kind of like things aren't fair and he's trying to heal from whatever kind of disputes or arguments, whatever you have in your relationship. He doesn't want to be single. He doesn't want to move on from this relationship with you. But the thing is he like whatever kind of pedestal he had you on before, he doesn't have that there anymore. And while he does still have feelings for you and he's pretty emotionally balanced and does want this relationship to move forward, there's something there that makes him think that like this would not happen, you know, that maybe he's not successful enough for you or something like that. Like he doesn't feel good enough for you actually in certain regards. And so it's saying like the thing is this, if this is something that you guys talk about, you could build a strong relationship because that is something that he wants. So I think it's just about better communication.
Okay, then we have business email, which I love their picture. It's like heaven, looks like, from Minnesota. They're saying, is the man I love my spiritual partner? He's a Virgo and he's a Sagittarius, and her name is Jenny.
Okay, so for Jenny, is this person your spiritual partner? The short and quick with the 9 cards that I laid out is no, but he does bring you good opportunities for like your financial life, whether that's like a new idea, whether that is like encouragement to take a different job, whether that I don't know what that is, but no, he's not your forever person. Okay. Desiree, you would like to know what will happen between, sorry, I have to tip my head sideways. It's because my phone's charging. Between the person who you love, who is your ex, and you're in a completed relationship, you still talk and see each other. Separation, a girl got between you. Okay, so let's look at that. I feel like you guys might end up talking again, but like here's the deal. So your partner or your ex, they have really kind of, they're like of two minds. They're like anything could happen, but like, oh, this won't be successful because, you know, the past or whatever. And they're like, but this could be really good and we can move our relationship forward, but oh no, you know, maybe not. So in the short-term outcome, what does that look like? They're like, you just got to heal and feel happy, you know, that like maybe you learned something from that situation. In the long term, they're like, if you guys can both forgive each other for like whatever, you could be happy together forever. But it does really depend on your ex and their ability to kind of feel, you know, to make up their mind, because they really think that it's not going to be a good relationship just because like you could do better than them. That's kind of sad. So that makes them hopeless. Okay.
And then we have Shauna. She is wondering if there are any babies in her future.
Are there any babies in Shauna's future? Oh, so this is so cute. They're like, you know, if you don't obsess about it, that'll help you get one sooner if you're trying. And also there's crystals that do that. There's a shit ton of them. So you could send me an email later and I'll tell you which ones they are. Anyway, look, there's a little baby here. There's a little baby here once you kind of heal from something. So yeah, there is. Yeah, good. You could totally have a baby.
And then Nawahi, will I find love again?
So I just want to follow up with Desiree. You did already forgive him. They're like, no, you didn't. You think you did, but you haven't entirely. There's still like more deep subconscious shit there.
Is there another one? No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Nawahi is wondering, will I find love again?
Will Nawahi find love again? Ooh. Okay, so they say it's up to you. They say it's going to be a while though, probably, depending on your own actions, because here's the thing. They say, you know, things from the past, like maybe they weren't your choice, the way that things worked out, and you know that. But the problem is that, like, even though you kind of put this stuff behind you, you're a little bit paranoid about like how the next person will treat you. Or, you know, like even if you've never had a partner, you're like maybe then a little bit afraid, like, oh, I'll never have one, right? And so until you abandon those ideas, until you adopt new ones, like trusting the universe that your soulmate is out there, until that comes back into emotional balance, it's going to be a while. But yeah, they're coming. But if, you know, like if you do this. Christina, curious if your romantic love will find its way into your life. Yeah, they're like you kind of gone through some healing processes, but you've got to open up where you're looking for a partner. Okay, like you might be looking right in front of you here, right? Like so for example, if you're only using Tinder, or you're only using Bumble, or you're only picking up people at the bar, they're like expand your horizons because they're just outside of your scope. That's where you're gonna find it. Okay. So I just want to say there's only 9 minutes left. So anyone who hasn't asked a question, now is your time to put in those last questions. Okay.
Okay, we have B Barks SD. I'm a Scorpio hoping to reconcile with my Leo X.
Okay. So the BDSD, is that what it was?
SD.
Scorpio looking to reconcile with their ex.
Leo X.
Okay. So what they're saying, this is very much like embracing that Leo quality. They're saying like if you pay a lot of attention to details and kind of like shower them with like that attention, it would work in the short term, but in the longer term, I don't see that working out.
Okay, then we have Robbie. Hi, what is my ex? Wait.
Lori, if you want to ask a specific question, that'd be cool.
Will we have a chance? Is he my soulmate?
I'm sorry, who is that?
Robbie.
Is Robbie. Do you have a
my...
chance, and is this person your soulmate?
What about my ex?
With the ex. You know, it seems like they would maybe talk about moving the relationship forward, getting back together, living together, getting married, that sort of a thing. But ultimately, I don't think that would be something that would work out. It doesn't seem like they have enough focus, and it's just like kind of things that they say and wouldn't actually happen. So I'm sorry, honey bun. Okay.
Okay, then we have Nicole. What will happen with me and a Leo I have been dating?
So Nicole.
Dating a Leo.
Huh. So it looks like for Nicole dating the Leo in the short term, they're like, this will be like very lusty and passionate and exciting and like a very like detailed lover, actually. It's a very sexual relationship. But what they're saying, like in the longer term, like you might feel like, okay, I've invested a lot of time in this, like how much longer until they put a ring on it kind of a thing. And so they're like, you might end up feeling like, okay, this relationship isn't bad, but then kind of like, well, what? Like what next? You might start to feel a little bit impatient, but if you're okay with that, with taking your time, then it could be a good relationship. Okay, will Lori's life get better and unstuck? I think the better way to ask that question is, what are the steps in order to make it better? Okay. So they say this lack of enthusiasm or like joy or like, you know, motivation. They say actually it sounds like a kitten poster, and this is like probably the worst thing you can say to somebody who's unhappy is like happiness is a choice. But they're like, actually for you it is. They're like, you get to control your emotions. So we have thoughts, right? And we can't control the thoughts that we have, but we can control whether we decide to believe them and adopt them as our own. And so they're like, because you're embracing sometimes ones that aren't necessarily motivational or inspirational, you're not doing the things that you need to do in order to get on the right path. So what is the first step? And they say, oh, like confidence, remembering your worth. Like a little bit of suspicion is good, but there's like a lot of really positive qualities for you and connecting with other people. If you're already partnered, like if you're in a marriage or committed relationship, that person is your soulmate. If you're not, that person is coming very soon for you. But you've got to really remember about yourself first, all of the wonderful qualities that you have, because other people will recognize those, and then you're going to be, you know, moving in the right direction. Maria, when will you find your soulmate? They say it could be as soon as a week if you believe that your soulmate is somebody that you've already met. Is your soulmate somebody that you've already met? Yeah, it is. And it's somebody that you had a little bit of drama with, actually. So, yeah. get in contact with them.
Okay, then we have Sunflower Girl. Is there a message from my angels?
Sunflower Girl, is there a message from your angels? They say that the challenge is to be patient because you've already laid some good groundwork for things to start paying off for you. It's just hard to wait for those. And then they also say, like, think about what you're holding close to your heart and what you're not. Like, you don't feel like you have a lot of choice or option right now, but making sure that you do self-care is going to be really important for you as well. That's what they want you to know. Like, spoil yourself, however you do that, whether that's taking a nap, getting your nails done, whatever. Okay. Go ahead.
Then we have Sweet Cinnamon. Is there any message for me? These past 2 weeks are kind of rough with a sad face.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, especially the last 2 days astrologically, have been some bullshit with the Mercury retrograde. It's like a universal heaviness. So there's that. I agree with you. Okay. Wow. Okay. So your message is kind of interesting in that they're like, so, the last 2 weeks maybe kind of suck your confidence away. But what they're saying is there's something right in front of you that you're refusing to look at or see. And they really, you see how both cards, the blindfold is there, but like in this one, she can drop a sword. Okay, she can take her mind off of something else, pull that blindfold off and see things as they are. This one, all she's got to do is wiggle a shoulder because she's not really wrapped up, and she can take that blindfold off and examine this last thought. She's thought about these 8 things, but there's this like 9th thing here that she doesn't want to deal with. You absolutely can. And when you do, like all of a sudden you're going to feel all of this love from the universe, from other people. You maybe would meet somebody new, fall madly in love with them. This could be like the birth of a child, but wonderful, wonderful things. So they're like, it sounds crazy, but it really, really isn't. There's something there that you have to address. And that's kind of the purpose of a Mercury retrograde, which is probably why you feel like shit, because spirit is forcing you to examine things from your past, to reevaluate them, and therefore change them to move into different energy. Okay. So for those of you on Facebook asking second questions, we're only doing one question. Stacy Klaus, for your guidance, we've got, okay, a similar energy to the last person, but you're sort of stuck in something that's destructive and you feel like you can't leave or you don't have the confidence to leave. So this could be a relationship. This could be like an actual addiction, like drugs, alcohol, smoking. This could be like a toxic workplace, toxic friends, negative thought patterns, whatever. You'll know. But the point is that you see how these chains are around their neck? They're big enough to slide off over their head. So they think that they're stuck, but they're not. And so that's the thing that you're not really noticing here with the blindfold on. You don't have the confidence maybe to move on from whatever this is, to change it, but you can. And that's what spirit wants you to know. Okay, so I'm going to just take the last question here from Christina. Oh, nope, I'm not, because that was the last one. So I'm going to hang up here on Facebook and then finish up the ones on YouTube. So thanks so much for watching on Facebook. Love you. Okay. YouTube, hey. Okay, let's just get through the last questions here then. What was that?
These are Facebook, right?
No, those are YouTube.
Oh, these are YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I was reading off YouTube ones.
Yeah.
The whole time. Okay. So, you want to do one more? Or how long do you want to do?
Yeah, how many more are left there? We're gonna do the next 10.
Next 10. Okay. So we have Shelly. Wait, here we go. Heather is wondering, how does it look for me in a job promotion?
Okay, so this is interesting. As far as the job promotion goes, they're like, you might find something better outside of your company that is like a promotion, like it's a step up and more money. But it's not something that you can make a decision on yet because it hasn't been posted. So they don't even want you to think about that promotion there because there's something else somewhere else that's more meant for you that'll make you really, really happy and content. But it's not posted yet. So that's why you haven't found it. So I would start looking when. Whoa. they're like, hey, don't get grumpy about that. It's challenging not to because maybe you want to stay in the same company. But what they wanted to tell you is like have a lot of confidence because something even better could show up. But I'm asking when, and they don't want to tell me when. So just kind of keep one eye open, I guess is what they're saying. They're like, it would be crazy to switch, is maybe what you think. But when the right thing pops up, you'll know, and it'll be like a no-brainer, essentially. So I guess they didn't want to tell you about this promotion. Is the promotion possible at your current position? They say yeah, like it's a probably instead of a straight yes. So it's a probably, but then after that, or meanwhile, look outside of the current company that you work at because something even better is available. And I do want to tell you guys, like, I said I was going to do it from 7 to 8, so I'm going to finish out the next 10 questions I said. So I guess the next 9 now. But if you haven't gone to my website and put in your email to win the free 20-minute reading every month, then you're also probably not getting my emails, which tell you when the live feeds are so that you could like log in right away early and make sure your questions get answered. Okay, go ahead.
And then we have Shelly. Should I leave my current job?
So Shelly, should you leave your current job? They're like, well, you don't feel really confident and awesome there. But the cons of leaving your current job is like it would be a little bit heartbreaking on the one side, and it's pretty stable. So in the short term, they're like, it's maybe not the right time, and it would cause you a lot of fear and anxiety, doubt, worry right now if you were to. However, later would be a good time. And just don't tell anyone that you're considering leaving. That would be a bad thing. Don't talk about it. Keep your mouth shut.
Okay. And then Amada, is there love for me?
Amada, is there love? Well, with whoever you've got maybe your mind on, like whoever you maybe thought about, although they might treat you fair, they're probably not your soulmate. And they're saying like whether this is something from the past that you're still thinking about or someone, new that you're crushing on or something like that, stay focused on the positive things, even though you're not like feeling super confident about it. You're not feeling confident about it because you're not your person. But they're saying like you're really focused on what you want. So if you're okay with being single, then you're going to be able to attract in the things that you desire. So if you're to like kind of let go of whoever that was from the past or whoever you're crushing on that's not right for you, would your true love come through? And they say, absolutely, but this has to change first because there's something there that you have to move on from, like some idea or something like that, or some person from the past. You might have thought you let go of it, but you didn't. And so then it doesn't come in till then.
And then we have Amy. Where is the relationship with Phil going?
Where's the relationship with Phil going? Okay.
Amy.
Huh. I think he's confused about the relationship right now. Because like, okay, so here's the deal. Like for him, it might not be all that emotional or deep, like as far as the way that he's thinking about things. He's confused about what he wants. And so he might be sending you mixed signals, which is why this is a good question. He definitely thinks that you're not a bitch and he likes that about you. But it's like, so things aren't going to change overnight. And he's just trying to figure out what is it that he really wants. He's not entirely sure. So he knows what he doesn't want though. So the thing is like right now, he might be kind of just like, okay, well, let's just like focus on the things that are good. Let's have fun together and not really have like a feather in his cap, like a jump in his step to like start thinking down the road. Because there's something from his past, and this could be if you've been in a long-term relationship with him, like he could be focused on the past aspects of your relationship, or maybe he's thinking about an old relationship. But in the short term, they're like, the timing is just kind of fucked up. It's a little bit wrong for you guys to be together in like a very healthy new way. What it's saying is that you probably already know that though. In the longer term, if you were to stay and like really work at this relationship, you probably wouldn't go anywhere. But it doesn't look like a soulmate relationship. So why would you wanna? I mean, but you learn something from everybody. So ultimately, they're like, think about how you really feel about this relationship, and then kind of take it from there.
Okay, then we have Blow Away Ray. What color is my aurora?
What color is your aura? Ooh, this is fun. I get to switch cards. I get to switch decks. What color is your aura? Okay. So, but before because I don't really I can see colors and stuff, but the way that I do it, like if I'm not looking directly at you, I can't see your aura, but I can see your chakras. And you've got a little bit of a block on your sacral chakra, just so you know, so you can clear that out. Okay. So they say it's blue, but the yellow one is not, but like your yellow colors that should be there, like your solar plexus chakra is not activated enough. So it's this bright blue color. And with this one, it probably means that you're a healer to have that color there in your chakra or in your aura. But so anyway, fix that sacral chakra block, like do sacral chakra meditations or something like that, or put carnelian or something, right? Between your belly button and your pelvis, and that can kind of help it. And then once you do that, that solar plexus one where they're saying that's not radiating the way it's supposed to either, then that will activate because your chakras work like a Maslow's pyramid. Like you have to fix the red one, then the orange one, then the yellow one. So once you fix that orange one, the yellow one will be able to shine bright. And the yellow one's about your personal power and getting what you want. So that would be important.
Okay. And then our 6th question. Sorry, I kind of skipped through the people I know I've done some other questions already. So I have seen your questions. I just sticking to the one question per person thing here.
Yeah. So if you joined late, we're doing one question per person.
Yeah. So we have Angie.
And
she is saying, can you please pull a card for me reading my finances?
Finances. Ooh, okay. Yes. Because you're going to be paying such close attention to detail, like crossing every T, dotting every I, like working hard. Your finances are going to go in a really amazing direction and really pretty quickly. So good for you. Yay, Angie.
Okay. And then we have Cool Javispen.
Okay.
He's asking, who is coming towards me for a love relationship?
Ooh, I love that. Okay, so someone's super sexy, super nurturing, like very radiant, but they might seem a little bit deceptive to you. But they're really kind of not though. Like you might think that they're a liar or something, but they're not. Okay. So anyway, point is they're emotionally balanced. They're very successful and they know what they want. They're super focused. But you'll be a little bit confused by their energy and like money is not important to them. So that's weird because like maybe that, ooh, you see that little orb? So this is important. So basically what they're saying is for somebody who's like super successful, right? But then money is not important. You're like, what's with the disconnect here? Okay. But anyway, yeah, there are all these things that you want. You're going to be ultimately like very attracted to them.
And I don't really know.
It could be like a fire sign, probably a Leo if so. Doesn't have to be, but they have that radiant energy.
I don't really know what the question is for Pina Butino. So I don't know, you could probably pick which part of it you want to do. Hi, new jobs or new love, Gem, Sun, Libra, Moon, or Aquarius rising. Thank you in advance, XO.
Okay, so we'll just see what they want to talk about.
And that's Pina Butino.
Okay, so her name was Pina?
Let me make sure I get it right. Pina. Yep.
Okay.
Pina.
So they're saying you're not taking the appropriate actions that you need to. You're tied to something that is not good for you, and you need to take an action because it's not good for you. It's not good for you in your home environment or at work or whatever. They're like, you haven't put an end to something that needs to end. Like there's like a very toxic, deceptive energy here. So that could be like an old, like that could be like a negative person. It could be a negative mindset. And they're saying like, but it's not so much you, it's somebody around you, or it's a circumstance, it's a situation. And you might be kind of defensive about it. Like when I tell you this, you might be like, oh, this bitch is inaccurate. No, I'm not. Like this is something that you don't want to deal with. They're saying like life isn't fair, but this is something that you need to start talking to other people about. This is something that you need to break free from. And they're saying like, you know this intuitively, and other people have their opinions, and maybe their opinions aren't important because ultimately you need to do what you feel is right and what's going to make you happy. But you kind of know this already, but you don't have the confidence. So there's something there that you definitely need to break free from. And is this a person? Let's see. Is this a person? Yeah, it's probably it's a toxic person in your environment, and they're messing up your life more than you know that they are. Until you walk away from that, you're not even going to see how wonderful your blessings or how wonderful your life could be. So that's what they wanted to tell you.
Sunflower Girl.
Sunflower Girl
is wondering, is there a message from my angels?
Okay, what do your angels want to tell you?
And this is our 9th person, so we have one more after this.
Okay. Okay. So similarly, you might feel like you're stuck somehow and like you don't have help or resources available. It makes you unhappy. But if you shift that perspective, you will walk into like a very secure is not like a happily ever after, but it sort of is, where it's like you look back at your life and you're like, oh my gosh, I accomplished so much. Like I have so much. Like I have all this financial reward, or I have, like a spouse that I grew old with, and like some dogs and some grandchildren and shit. Like if you can shift your perspective from like, oh, I'm not happy, or oh, I don't have like the support that I need, and break free from whatever this negative thing in your life is, you're going to be there sooner than you know it. Like things will just get really better for you.
And then our last one is Diana. She is wondering, what is next for her love life?
What is next for Diana's love life? Oh my goodness. So many of you at the end here have similar stuff. They're saying, again, you might be feeling alone within the context of a relationship, or there's something that you haven't broken free from yet. It could be if you're in a relationship, it's a shitty relationship that you haven't left. If you, it looks like that might be the case. Or if you have left it, like emotionally, you haven't left it behind. Because it's like, you know what? Like it might be an on again, off again relationship. Like I just want to keep putting work into this and see if it'll get better. But that's not for your highest good. That's not what spirit wants for you. They want you to focus on you and on your job, actually. And then your love life will improve. So yeah, they're like, it's hard to juggle that bullshit with your work life. Was that the last one?
That was the 10th one.
So that was the last one. So when we do this again, we'll get to the rest of you, hopefully. Love and light, and thanks for showing up. Ciao.